Hit there, hit there. Hey, what's going on, guys? It's me, bupssaggu, and this is Music in Quarantine, week 6. Just before we get into the video, guys, I've got to say thank you very much to everyone that's shown a lot of love and appreciation for the UK Garage remix of the late Sonny Pablo's Gal Dildi. I was overwhelmed with the response. I can't wait to drop the track. It's only a matter of days, so keep a lookout on my social media. I'll be announcing it very soon. During the week, I put out a poll on Twitter asking the public what they wanted me to demonstrate this week, and as predicted, majority of you voted for Bhangra. Today I am going to demonstrate to you how I make a romantic Bhangra banger fit for a Punjabi queen. For that reason, I kept the root chord as a G sharp minor. Before constructing the instrumental, I looked through my sample packs and I managed to find a guitar riff and played with some chords. This will be the main progression throughout the track. Underneath that guitar riff, I'll play some pluck chords. With my guitar and plucks together, they sound something like this. I wanted something angelic, something very atmospheric. For that, I used a Scarby Mark 1 and there's some vocal chops. In pretty much every song of mine, I like to have a vocal feature somewhere in the track. I pitch shifted it up, compressed it again, then I added a channel delay and a reverb. One key thing to remember when producing songs with plugins that consume a lot of CPU power is once you're happy with a certain sound, bounce it down, commit and move on. It's all about commitment. Once I was happy with the music side, I built up the intro. Firstly, I added a snapper. Then underneath that, I added a tumbi tonika. A tonika is just a straight note. In addition to the tumbi, I added a mandolin, shifted up by 4 semitones. Whenever I'm making a dreamy, romantic type of Bhangra song, I like to use the flute. Now for the bass line, I use a simple sine bass. Select all and quantize. The next thing I added was a drum fill which will lead into the percussion, and added some claps. Then I added the most famous Dolki sample ever in the history of Bhangra music. And believe you me, every producer and DJ has this sample. So leading from our drum roll, next I added my hi-hats using Ultra Beat. Now we're approaching our chorus, the main drop. What I did first on the drop is establish the melody of my tumbi. Can you hear that? To get to that point, I made a 4-bar loop of my tumbi and I used the flex time in Logic. I switch between Melodyne and flex time, it just depends on how lazy I feel. And it's just a case of moving the notes where you want. So if we move this up there, it's what it sounds like. And that doesn't sound right. Bring it back down. That's pretty accurate, you would agree. Add some flute flicks. Now for the kit. The first thing I added was my kick. Then I added my snare. Added some janjana. Underneath that I added some shakers. I wanted to keep the hat simple. If we play all our kit section together on the drop, there's something missing, and that's the tol. For this I added channel EQ, then I crunched the whole thing together. Play together with the tol key. If we bring everything back in, our chorus thus far sounds like this. that sounds sick. The only thing left now is the bass line. I used the tight synth bass in Alchemy. Finally, leading into the chorus, I added a snare roll and a tora. For the verse, I thought I'd strip it back. I changed the kick pattern, reintroduced the bass line we played in the intro, added a few more vocal chops, back into our main loop. Whenever I'm constructing a Bhangra song, I like to emphasize on the middle music piece. Found this beautiful flute, check it out. Dropped it down by 4 semitones, added a compressor, then a channel EQ, and finally a stereo delay. That is beautiful. Right, for the last verse, I wanted to add a variation in comparison to the previous verse. I took out all the kit. And once again going into our main loop. And finally for the last chorus, I copied over our transition we had in the first chorus. However, I took out the tora. And for the remainder of the song, we finish without tumbi. So there you have it, guys. This is how I construct a romantic pop Bhangra banger fit for a Punjabi queen. Okay, for the instrumental this week, I'm going to give you something a bit more up-tempo. Taken from my album Redefined, this is ENQUIRIES.
ਨੀ ਦੱਸ ਕਾ ਤੋਂ ਨਖਰੇ ਕਰਦੀ ਏ ਸਰਕਾਰੇ ਹੋ ਸਾਡੇ ਵੀ ਤਾਂ ਹੋਸ਼ ਹੁਣ ਹੋ ਗਏ ਖੱਲੀ ਬੱਲੀ ਹੋ ਇੱਕ ਗੇੜਾ ਦੇ ਦੇ ਸੋਹਣੀਏ ਇੱਕ ਗੇੜਾ ਦੇ ਦੇ ਸੋਹਣੀਏ ਤੂੰ ਥੱਕ ਤਾਂ ਨਹੀਂ ਚੱਲੀ.
That is ENQUIRIES by Shin DCS, taken from the album Redefined. Once again, guys, thank you very much for joining me. Remember to subscribe to the channel and click the bell icon to stay notified every time I upload a new video. From myself, bupssaggu, stay home, stay safe. Peace.